What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Box Out Boys podcast. We are the NBA podcast of the people, your home for lukewarm takes and substandard analysis. I'm Titus Two Shots Dominguez, and with me tonight is Chris the Stats Man Gorman. Hit him with the stats, Chris.
With Orlando and Phoenix both out of the playoffs, the Minnesota Timber Pups are the only remaining team that have never won a championship.
Oh,
technically, I
I
want to consider the Minneapolis Lakers.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
And his heart craves for a championship. It's the Lawn Boss, Troy McCroskey. Get that, Joe.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourselves?
Doing well, thank you.
Tonight is our 200th episode, boys.
Right.
Oh,
Happy
shit.
200.
Happy 200.
Sorry.
We made it. We made it, guys. Cheers.
We need 50 more episodes before Buzzsprout gives us another badge for some reason. So
It's
I want
250.
that badge.
250. You get 100 and then 250.
Yeah, that seems odd. Well, let's move it along, Buzzsprout.
Give us a badge.
Give us a badge. 200 episodes in, still going strong. Well, we got a fun one tonight. Obviously, game one reacts. A wild finish there for the Wolves Spurs. Garbage finish for the Knicks Atlanta Hawks series. Holy smokes. And then we're going to look back at round one, the chaotic round one. Multiple game sevens, 3-1 comebacks. This is crazy, guys. And then we're going to look ahead to the round two predictions, give you some thoughts on who we think's winning these series. And then we're going to see what happened with our NBA wins bets and over-unders.
Yeah.
Season-long bets. So always fun to look back at ourselves here on the 200 episodes. All right, Chris, nail biter there at the end. Coming down, Wolves pulling out a 2-point victory in game one over the Spurs in the Neapolitan seats. Again, loved it. How did you feel? I rewatched those last couple minutes here before the pod. Just intense. Give us
It was the perfect
play-by-play,
game.
the blow, yeah.
Dude, it was like what more could you ask for? In a game one, it was the total feel it out. You can tell both teams were feeling each other, just trying to up and down, understand like who should be guarding who, how slick are they, how fast are they. TJ Shannon, I'm learning how fast his quick first step is. That man is a lightning bolt and just one of the most fun players to watch. I think the refs need to learn how to call a goaltend if the ball hits the backboard. I brought this up a little earlier than I wanted to, but it happened like 3 or 4 times. And there's a thing that you can't challenge goaltends.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So if it gets called a block, it's just a block.
It's a block apparently. So but it was just because both sides you can see like Victor Wembanyama 0 for 8 from 3. People were thinking that won't happen again. He'll bounce back from that. Darren Fox had 11 points. I want to say
The bad game.
Yeah.
in this game, 10 points minus
Where you
13.
at,
Mike Conley outplayed him. Mike Conley's 38-year-old
Young man.
old ass against
Young man.
De'Aaron
Young
Fox,
man.
prime man.
You're
Still
welcome from Chicago.
Looking good. Yeah.
Yeah, right. The trade back. Good job by you guys. But the thing is, they all did this without Ayo Dosunmu. Edwards is clearly on a minutes restriction of 25. There's a point in the game where like he told Finch, "Leave me in. I'm good."
Yeah.
It's like, dude, come out of this game. I don't want you to die. Like I want you. I need you.
We have a whole series.
Yeah. One other thing I want to quickly note is the Bone. I don't know if you guys remember in the game or saw it in the game, but Bones Highland he went 0 for 6, 0 for 4 from 3, but he had a moment where he got a screen off of Rudy, and then he shot it and it went in, but the refs called a foul on I think it was on Castle. They reviewed it and they realized since Castle fouled Rudy before Bones shot it, the shot doesn't count. Rudy has to shoot free throws. So instead of getting a 3-pointer, we had to go to the line for Rudy Gobert to shoot 2 free throws, which of course he missed both.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be a rule in this kind of situation where, like in football, where you have like a pass interference,
Except
like do you decline or accept the penalty?
Yeah.
Let's decline it. If the shot went in,
Yeah.
that should be a thing. It should be easy. It comes up a few times, but I feel like that could be a.
Oh no, I would love that. A moving pick or something. A guy gets a shot off or something. And it's like no. We'll take the 3. We got it. Joey, what did you think of the nail biter there?
Yeah, the the depth of the Wolves really showed.
Mhm.
Aaron Shannon Jr. huge. I fell asleep. I was listening to the game on the radio, and they were talking about how he could barely get minutes at the beginning of the season because he couldn't score and he was fouling a ton, and that he worked all season to kind of remedy that. And last night it showed. I mean, he was strong with the basketball. It was good to see them be able to swap out or swap in a guy for someone like Io, who's got a little bit more experience, and
Yeah.
they didn't miss a beat. I was interested in what Wemby said after the game, that he used his energy in the wrong places, that he put too much energy into the defensive end of the floor, that he wasn't the player he was supposed to be on the offensive side of the ball. So he's definitely going to remedy that for next game. I don't know if I necessarily agree. Like, hey, you got to be able to, have the energy on both sides. Like, part of your allure is that you can get 12 blocks, but you got to, be better on the offensive side. But I don't know. Like the strength of them wasn't there, right? Randall was able to play Wemby really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
He played defense on him for most of the second half, which I think was, interesting. Yeah. They showed Rudy all first half and then said, hey, never mind. Here's Randall in the second half. Figure that one out. And it seemed to work for him. And the guards that the Spurs have been able to kind of use to their advantage, the speedy kind of plethora of them, ran into a team in Minnesota who has a similar kind of setup, and they weren't able to exploit it, I think, as much as they were hoping to. So Minnesota looked good. Like, if this is a grindy series and these games are close like that, I think the experience and been there, done that in Minnesota has got to favor them over the Spurs.
Yeah, they definitely looked like the more experienced team, the more like poised team. Again, even though it did start to like almost unravel there at the very end, they still were, they still maintained composure, got the win. But yeah, they seem like the team that has been there a couple of times now in a row, and they're like, yeah, we're trying to get back. So good game.
One of my favorite things too at the end of the game, Anthony Edwards is just like talking about how disappointed he was.
Yeah,
and giving up 2 offensive rebounds and a turnover. I was disappointed too, but I was happy that he being the 25-year-old young man who gives off a very immature persona, but that dude is grounded. Like, how many players are willing to just be like, nah, I can't believe you did that. It's like, you still won the game. It's like, oh, that was bad.
That's why people like Ant. He's real, man. He's real. And he's honest.
They didn't stop going to the rim, even though he was racking up blocks. I like that they kind of kept the pressure on. Like, they obviously changed a little bit of how they played in the paint, tried to make better decisions when, Wemby was coming across the paint on some of those crazy blocks he does. But, man, the intestinal fortitude of them to be like, yeah, this dude's got 7 blocks in the first half and we're not changing, right? We're just going to keep going after it. And eventually we're going to have to get it.
Randall boxing him out in the second half, which I guess is legal. I thought that wasn't legal to just box out while someone's coming to the paint. I think it is because you're having your back to him, so you're not like pushing them.
Yeah.
But he did that a few times so Ant can get to the paint. And then TJ Shannon's got like that backwards, like he's going lefty on the right side, but it's like he just hits this little pocket so nobody can actually block it, and it just like falls, rolls into the rim. Rolls around the rim and in.
If you learn that from Io, that's an Io specialty.
Picking it up.
Io's not even playing.
I know.
Like, he's got a calf strain. I don't know how long he's out. That's the craziest thing for me with this Wolves team is like with Dante. Dante had a non-contact injury. Io same. Ants was kind of contact, I suppose, but it was
still kind of fluky.
A little fluky, right? So it wasn't like the Nuggets were a physical team, but they still Wolves were active injuries as if they were. But it doesn't matter. TJ Shannon's playing 35 minutes, just getting it done, and then Jalen Clark is the perfect defensive swingman to come in. He can't shoot very well, but he's perfect for those spot minutes on defense. And I was nervous for Dylan Harper, and Fox and Castle, but those guys can't really shoot well. They combined 4 of 13.
They didn't shoot well. I don't know if they can't shoot well.
They're all like mid-30 shooters. Yeah. Like it's Devin Vassell and it's supposed to be Champagne who got the perfect
gotta look.
Like that was the guy for that spot too. If you want anybody on the Spurs to take that shot, it's him. I feel like in that scenario, maybe Fox, but
pressure burst pipes, man.
I love the no timeout call too. I mean, it's a wild move. Wemby was flashing to the paint. I think he might have been a little bit late for the pass.
Yeah, he was
but,
late. Yeah,
but man, that
I
was
agree.
just
I agree with the no call because the way the game was going, the only way teams were getting points was through fast breaks.
Yeah,
like if they slowed it down the way that game was going, there's no chance they're getting a shot. Like they're just seeing how everything was going.
Yeah, you got to hit a good look. He's just a little short. That's all. So
yeah, and you just move on to the next game, and both teams can come out of this game knowing they didn't play their best ball
and like feeling good in different ways.
Yeah, just feeling good. Yeah, exactly. So I think this is gonna be. I think
this is gonna be a good series.
The Wolves definitely needed this game though more than the Spurs. The Spurs kind of would have stolen this game because I feel like the Wolves were kind of in control, especially in the fourth quarter. So if the Spurs just stole that one out, that would have been kind of annoying. Castle fouled out. He only played 28 minutes. So, anyways, let's talk about other games. There was another game.
There was another game. I think people felt like I didn't notice. Knicks absolutely destroyed Atlanta. Joey, how much of this game did you watch? Did you tune out and switch over to the Wolves?
I tuned out, and switched over. Knicks have won 3 straight playoff games by 25 points or more.
Yeah,
which is a record.
Nice made up record.
Good look.
Record. Good cherry pick record. It's not good for Philly if Cat's getting the best of Embiid, right? For the most part of their careers, Embiid has been a bully to Cat. If that table has turned, the Sixers don't have much to offer. But then again, in the last series, we didn't think they had much to offer either. I think the matchup is just different. Like Boston didn't have a whole lot of size to, answer with. New York has the size to answer Embiid.
Yeah.
They've got the matchups, I think, better just to kind of deal with the kind of your turn, my turn nature of the 76ers. So this one might be really fast. The Knicks might sweep this one.
Yeah, this one.
Wow.
Yeah, this is. We can get into predictions here coming up, but yeah, didn't look good, and I don't think Philly has much of an answer for Brunson either. They don't have a defensive matchup, which is weird because he's not. He is somebody who can be sort of not shut down, but at least sort of cooled down a little bit, and did not seem to have an answer for Philly. Chris, your thoughts on this one?
I'm gonna cool down on the sweep talks only because the Sixers lost game 1 against Boston in similar fashion.
Yep.
Right. It was like
lost a couple of those early games against
Boston. They didn't have him beating those games, which is what's interesting though.
Team.
They had him in this game.
And then Philly came back in game 2. We'll talk about it.
Well, yeah, let's say. I mean, let's get it around.
So little to talk about here. We want to go backwards.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say about the Knicks is they look like they're hungry. I want Knicks Pistons. Oh, let's get to that later. Too.
Yeah.
What I liked about this game is that Karl Anthony Towns played very good. Was very good at playing basketball. There was a thing in the broadcast was saying how the self-proclaimed best big man shooter in the NBA.
Yeah.
Let's drop the self-proclaimed talk.
Oh,
who's better than Towns from shooting through a better big shooting threes? And we can talk about Dirk and historical players if you want. Like right now, against Towns, like we saw what Jokic did last series. He shot 20% from 3. Towns is killing it. So
no, I mean he spoke it into existence. Good for him.
He did, and give him his flowers. So whoever was on the broadcast, I usually don't pay attention, but when I heard that, I was like, come on, guys.
I just think it's something people like to say that. Now I'm just going to say it as the self-proclaimed best shooting big man of all time. It's just funny. But we can look back since that game was such a blowout, and there's not much to take away from other than just all right, roll it back up top. Let's see what you can do in game 2, Philly.
Yep.
But Philly had finished the comeback. So I'm trying to remember the last pod we did. They had just won game 5, right? Does that sound right?
Yeah, it was 3-2.
Yeah, so it was 3-2. They, Boston was in Boston, going back to Philly. Boston gave up the booty there in game 5 and then proceeded to choke away the rest of the series. Just chucking threes, got into all their poor habits. Tatum misses game 7.
Soft.
There's a conversation about that. About everybody else is playing injured. I see Ant out there. I see Embiid out there getting stretched on the sideline across
Dude's
the
knees
seats.
getting buckled 3 times a game.
3 times a game. He's out there, but I guess whatever. Tatum. Disappointing for your boy, the Celtics fan. I can't believe they lost that series. I really can't. I really have words.
What was your reaction when you saw the starting lineup? Did you see the starting lineup prior to the game?
I think I did not see the starting lineup, and I think I came in a little late after they started it. But you were telling me about it before we started, and it sounds ridiculous who they started.
Ron Harper Jr., Luka Garza, Baylor Shireman, Derek White, Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. I don't really know what that is.
So
do we forget that? Was this like a rest night for people, or was this what are we doing?
Luka Garza played 8 minutes, had a -15. Harper Jr. played 4 minutes with a -7.
So he started the first 4 minutes, and they realized that was a bad idea.
Yeah, and then they lost by 9.
Tried to big break him, and it didn't work out very good.
Yeah.
I'm saying hot take: Joe Mazzulla's getting fired.
You're calling for it,
and Jaylen Brown's getting traded.
There's no way they're trading.
Well, he just had the greatest game of his favorite season of all time was losing round 1.
Hey man, if this is the favorite for you, then cool. We got nothing else to give you.
His favorite season just being by himself.
I think that's
that
to me is like the underhanded part of this. Is like, this is my favorite season I've ever played. It's like, because you were the man, and now you're not going to be the man in 5 months.
And you know what, Joey? I think you were right, man. I mean, we have to talk about this, but bringing Tatum back might have been a mistake. I mean,
it was like they forgot what their lineups were. It was like we had a good thing going, and then they're like, we got to mix him in, and then it was like, oh crap, wait, he's hurt again. What do we do? Yeah. And then they didn't know what to do.
I mean, he played great in game 4,
he did.
And but then it just, I felt like he was playing hero ball a lot. I mean, I don't know.
Is that his biggest flaw? Like every time that we have a conversation about this, I feel like we're always like, when it comes, push comes to shove, the game's close. It's always seems like he tries to do hero ball, right?
Yeah.
Like
he's
Jaylen Brown,
no, Tatum.
Tatum.
Yeah.
I mean, Brown does it somewhat, but Brown is successful at times, and he seems like he's got a little bit of that clutch gene, even though
he's got the clutchness, right? You remember the better moments more than the bad moments. Tatum's, it's like, I remember a lot of bad moments of you trying to be the hero.
Yeah,
I have a take on Jaylen Brown. He's DeMar DeRozan with better PR.
Yeah.
Oh, you might be right,
because his plus minus is bad.
Yeah.
He doesn't shoot threes well. His defense maybe was better in previous years, but this year wasn't that good. His playmaking's not there.
Yeah.
And
you just
they played better with him off the court, even though he's a star player.
There is weird. I think they might be in a situation where their two guys are like 1Bs. Jaylen Brown really should be the second best player on a team. I think Tatum really should be the second best player on a team, but they're like together. They're really good as a pair, and I think then it maybe allows people to overvalue them as.
Titus, you're down bad. It's been a long year.
I'm down bad about.
I know Tatum. I know Tatum tore his ACL is Achilles? Was Achilles or ACL?
It was Achilles. It was Achilles. It's just like when I'm watching him without Tatum, I'm like, I love Brown as much as I love Brown. I'm like, I just don't see this. Like, he's not just gonna put the Celtics on his back and win this series. He wasn't going to, because Maxi's just carving the Celtics up, hitting every three in jumper. Nobody could defend him, and then on the other end, you just didn't have an answer for it. And I don't know.
Was a flawed team with the trade deadline move was getting under the luxury tax, right?
Yeah,
with Vood. Yeah,
with Vood.
So how much were they really thinking they were going to win this year? How serious were they? I don't know.
It was you're right. It was a flawed team with a really good regular season.
Yeah, they had a great regular season. No shame. Maybe people just got a little bit overvalued. Overvalued them with number 2 seed, getting Tatum back. And it's like, okay, here we go. They could go to the finals, and maybe it was just a little bit too high of expectations.
Probably
in
regretting bringing
reality-
Tatum back now.
What made it look worse was watching the Sixers in game 1 with Embiid. Like Embiid was still working the Knicks, getting Towns in foul trouble early, and Mitchell Robinson having to come in. He worked the Celtics, right?
Yeah.
And it's like what the
He
Celtics couldn't do
worked
anything.
them.
No, I couldn't touch him.
They could not touch Embiid, and it got so bad. Like Vooch was sat in Game 7 because he just couldn't guard him. And that's what even Michelle brought that up. She was like, "Where's Vooch? He hasn't played." And I'm like, "It's because he can't do shit against Embiid." And
yeah,
you think though at that point
man.
you would have taken the chance and been like, you know what? Like he's cooking everybody anyways. Let's maybe take a shot at some offense from Vooch.
Yes,
and
that's
like,
what you would think.
Give him 6 minutes. If it works, great. If not, like we didn't lose anything because we're getting carved up anyways. But yeah, it's questionable.
Because they had multiple points where they made mini runs, but just never got over that hump and never started putting any distance between them. And then that was it. And they just couldn't finish it. And then by the end of the game, they just started to go away from them. So
I just want to call it the numbers: 93 field goal attempts, 49 threes.
Jesus,
it's what 57%. I didn't do the math.
So dumb.
It's a lot of threes.
It's just jacking.
If you made just half of the misses, they win this game by like 20. But unfortunately, that's not how it works.
Are they? That's another example I had in my head. Are they like the Oakland A's in Moneyball of the NBA, where they're just like that sample size? Let's just shoot a bunch of threes. Works when you're.
What's what the Rockets were? Remember with Harden and Chris Paul?
Yeah,
right.
And then you get to the playoffs, and it's like a 7-game series. Then all of a sudden those threes aren't going in. Just keep shooting them. Does it work?
Guys, you have 7 games, not 100.
Yeah.
It's the Billy Beantown boys.
Yeah, the Billy Beantown boys. Oh my god, I love that. The Billy Beantown boys.
My favorite thing about the A's losing was I'm pretty sure it was against the Twins, and the Twins had a guy steal third. And according to Moneyball, never steal third. It's never mathematically, but they won the game that way.
They stole third. That's it. Sometimes you got to do things that are not mathematically the best.
Specific, you got to maybe drive to the paint once in a while. Can anybody on Boston drive? What is Peyton Pritchard? Is he? I guess he's going to make like $30-40 million.
He's
something like that.
He's a
Christian
mediocre bench player.
Yeah.
He's a not mediocre. He's a solid rotational bench
firecracker off the bench.
Yep, bring him in.
But because he comes in and can score in a hurry, it's like,
here we go. Bursts, man, in bursts.
Yeah.
No, terrible playoff loss. No excuses.
Yep.
Play like a champion.
That's why you fire your coach.
Now, do we actually think maybe we'll save it maybe for an off-season pod? I'd like to do one or two, or we talk about could Jaylen Brown get traded? I think there's some teams that could be enticing. Wow. The Blazers, the Clippers, the Grizzlies would be really interesting because that would be his team.
Yeah.
The Nets somehow. The most obvious one is I should have said this one first. The Bucks.
The Bucks. Yeah, that's where I was thinking.
That's you just work that one in, but
they start to now that we've started. And you said we can do this kind of later, but now that we get the teams that are out, the Rockets, the Celtics,
could it be the Bulls?
Could it be the Bulls? I would be a fan of that. I'd love that.
Not going to be the Bulls.
Let's get Jaylen Brown.
The Bulls have rewritten everything.
The Bulls have never.
The Bulls are starting.
They're probably going to tank. Right?
You know how much money
if they bring Thibs back, maybe then they'll trade for Jaylen Brown.
They're not going. They're not going for a disgruntled star. That is what I've heard, and I love it.
They're seeing they're gonna see those ping pong balls change, and they go, you know what? No, we got to get into that low, the low play-in area. We need to. They're
gonna get a lot. They're gonna get a lottery pick this draft. 3 picks this season. They're gonna be all set.
Look at the hope on Joey.
That's right.
All right. Well, that's enough of that. I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Who else we have? I mean, the Magic gave up their 3-1 lead, and so did the Toronto have a 3-1 lead, or that one was just 7. No, they didn't have
just 1-7. It was 3-2. Yeah.
3-2. Yeah.
But how about each of these games? Franz Wagner was out, Tatum was out, and Brandon Ingram was out.
Key players.
Those teams lost.
Yeah, those teams lost game 7.
Compelling stuff here, NBA. This is Turns out they're
scriptwriters are
healthy.
yeah.
Although the Timberwolves, didn't have Ant or
Wow,
Dante.
here we go.
All right.
All right. All right now.
We get it, Chris. Your team's still playing. Shut up.
Didn't matter.
Well, that's what I thought about, like with
That is pretty crazy.
with Terrence Shannon Jr. just dropping 24 in that game
We're
6.
still talking.
If Missoula saw that and was like, Ron Harper Jr.
Yeah.
He can get some minutes. Maybe he could do something.
We'll show. We got an idea. I saw something in the Wolves game, guys.
Did you think you're so smart? I'm smarter than you. I'm going to put in Ron Harper Jr.
Ron Harper Jr.
Right.
You're up, buddy.
You're up. It's like, wait, what?
Next man up. I saw the Wolves. Their next man up mentality. We got to take that.
I'm hoping that not hoping. I think the Magic series was good for Detroit. I think it was good for them to have some adversity. Like last year, they were the underdog.
Yeah.
They took the Knicks to the wire. Probably should have won that series if they had a little bit more experience, a little bit calmer, nerves. I think they went into this one thinking, hey, this is not a cakewalk, but like we should win this series, right?
Looking ahead, maybe already.
Orlando barely got in. Everybody was dogging them after they lost the first game in the play-in tournament. And for to hear Cade say, "Hey, the Magic made us look in the mirror," it's kind of like we needed a kind of punch in the mouth to be like, "Hey, get your shit together."
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this was kind of a galvanizing moment for them to kind of play better and get serious about it. But I mean, Orlando was flawed, similar to how, not similar to Boston, but like there were flaws all over that team.
Yeah.
Paulo is clearly probably not the guy we think he is when it counts. Suggs had a terrible series. Bane was either up or down. Like they had no business being up in the series. I think Detroit kind of,
they didn't
play up. Yeah, they weren't ready. They didn't play up to what their normal capabilities were. So I'm glad Detroit won. Mostly because they're my adopted team, but also just because I didn't want to see the Magic continue to could you imagine if it was Magic Cavs right now?
Oh man,
that has even less juice than Pistons Cavs, unless you're a fan of either of those teams. So
I wonder if Orlando fans are even happy that it's not Magic, because I think they wanted Jamal Mosley got fired at 8 a.m. the next day.
They were ready for the next chapter here.
That letter was already written. They were just waiting to date it. It was signed. They just needed to put the date on it. Hey man, whenever you lose, we're just gonna leave this on your desk.
Like 5 years and
then the Pistons extended Bickerstaff the next day after that. It was like, hey, you got fired. You won the series. You're in.
No, I think you're right though. It kind of reminds me to go to back to the NCAA there of like a number one who gets scared by a 16. 16 gives them a game and it's close all the way up until the end, and then all of a sudden, all right, the last couple of minutes they start to pull away. That's what it felt like with the Pistons. Obviously, like the scare was for real there when you go down 3-1. That's maybe more than a scare. That's like you said, a look in the mirror moment of like, dude, what are we about to lose to an 8 seed? When we had visions of an NBA Finals run. So, your thoughts on that, Chris?
I'm concerned. So, I agree with everything you guys are saying. I'm happy the Pistons won out, mostly because I want to see a rematch of Pistons Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals.
If we get that.
Juicy.
And but the one concern I do have with the Pistons with this series against the Cavs is, am I gonna have to trust Tobias Harris as my secondary?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, you are.
Yes, you are.
Like he balled out game 7. He had 33 or something, a crazy number.
He had 17 in the quarter, in the second quarter.
But I see what you're saying.
The shooting's still not there. I mean, if they have the shooting with Duncan Robinson, but that guy, I think even Donovan Mitchell can probably score on him. I mean, there's like a 7-inch height difference there.
You want some game talk? You want some
game
talk?
Just pull it up. Yeah,
well, you pull up the box score.
I'm not doing game talk. They're winning right now, and I think they'll beat the Cavs.
Robinson's 5 of 8 from 3-point tonight, so he's on a heater tonight.
Yeah, Duncan Robinson,
yeah, but he's got 4 fouls.
From Tobias, All right. No game talk, but
it's just the secondary score aspect of it. Even the Thunder have Chet, and Jalen Williams, and AJ Mitchell, all that guys. Who's the Pistons guy when Cade doesn't have it? It can't be Tobias Harris. It just can't.
No, you're right. Cade has to have it, and one of the others has to kind of have it. every game for them to have a chance to win. Right.
Yeah.
Cade can't have an off night.
No.
Which I think is okay for them because it seems to it's worked. He doesn't have off nights very often. So
I think in this series, it may not rear its ugly head there of not having a true secondary person because they're such a good matchup against the Cavs who really don't want to play that physical style that the Detroit plays. But I think if you look ahead to the next series, if it's New York,
it's not going to be as easy.
Not as easy. Then it becomes like, okay, these guys got scorers everywhere. Where are you getting your points from if Cade is not, elite. So, yeah, but it's something to watch in this series. Like, can they develop this secondary scorer? Can somebody become more consistent for them? So,
I don't think that much of an issue against the Cavs. We can go talk about Cavs Raptors real quick.
Yeah.
The Raptors are like the poor man's Pistons.
Yeah.
I think they're fifth in defensive rating compared to the Pistons being second. If they had Brandon Ingram or Quickly, they didn't have Quickly this whole series, and yet the Cavs couldn't end it quickly.
Yeah.
It still went Longley.
Nice. Still went Longley. Luke Longley.
But
I got him a player.
Jakob Poeltl's terrible, by the way. He's probably my least favorite big man in the league. I hate watching that guy play.
Had a great game though.
Did he have a good game?
No, he has a great board game.
Yeah.
A game named after him because it happens to kind of go with the original name of that game. Yeah. But no, I don't want to talk anything about the Raptors. I don't really care about the Raptors.
Yeah,
it's just the Cavs. Okay, I think the Cavs are going to be embarrassed by the Pistons in this series, and because of it, the Cavs are going to make another crazy move. Like they got to trade Mobley or Allen this offseason.
They're going to fire their coach too.
Another Giannis or fire your coach team. Man, there's going to be so many fire your coach or get Giannis teams.
I don't know. I just maybe Jaylen Brown.
Oh, Jaylen Brown
find his way there. He wants his own team, so that wouldn't really make sense.
Donovan Mitchell.
But I'm already calling it, even though the Cavs are going to come back and win this game against Detroit. But I don't think the Cavs are very good after watching them against Toronto.
Yeah.
It was Toronto. That's all you need to say. Who else do we have left? Lakers, Rockets. Lakers, Rockets. The Lakers beat the Rockets. We can say that. Lakers beat the Rockets. Durant's out. Another guy that sad at weird times, but okay.
Yeah, they need to move on from KD.
Mistake.
KD was supposed to galvanize the team. Whatever happened with the burner accounts, yada yada yada, whatever. They looked better when he didn't play. Like once they kind of figured out that they were fast and young and cool and hip.
Yeah.
I feel like they need to just embrace that, and they need to, hey, we got some young pieces that have some talent, and they need to just figure that out and roll with it.
And not having Durant now.
Yeah, Durant's not the right guy for that. I mean, you can get another veteran in there. That's fine, but someone like him is probably not the one.
Nope.
That's another offseason. Like, where's Kevin Durant end up? Because there's no way he comes back to Houston.
Shanghai. I don't think anybody's trading for him again. Do you think there's somebody dumb enough to make a trade for him? Do you think someone's that desperate? You do?
This has to be over. No way.
You don't think Durant's gonna get traded to another team?
I mean, I think he might end up on another team, but nobody's giving up a haul for him, right?
Not a haul.
The days of him giving, are done.
Do we even need to do an emergency podcast if he gets traded? So you know what I mean?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't change anybody's fate anymore.
No, it doesn't change the fate anymore. Like,
would you trade Zion for if you were the Pelicans?
No,
probably not.
Not for KD.
It's weird. That's weird. I think that's where it's at.
John Morant. I think you'd trade John Morant.
Yeah, John Morant would probably trade.
I mean, if he's not playing, sure.
But I don't know. John Morant. It's like John Morant, and you got to give me something.
Maybe the Blazers if the money made sense.
I'd probably go to Milwaukee. There you go, Giannis.
Ooh. Yeah, Giannis play for these guys.
Yeah, Durant's got a weird. I remember there was a trade for Julius Randle with the Timberwolves, and
God,
I can't imagine they wouldn't be here right now if they had Durant.
No, be at home.
Be home.
Yeah. No, Lakers had every right winning that series.
Yeah, they took care of business. Well, let's look ahead at that series then. As we move here to the round twos, Lakers Thunder. We can start there. Anybody think the Lakers are going to get a game? Let's start there.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. More than
I
one?
think no. I think
Okay.
I think they get one.
No, just one.
I think they had all the business beating the Rockets, which they did, but the fact that they were playing like they were to start that, and they still had to kind of stress themselves out to win it, I think was probably the worst thing for them. I think they needed to walk out of that in 5 games max and just move on. I think that extra game was probably just a little bit of a kicking the balls for them.
More mileage on LeBron.
The mileage wasn't needed, especially with Oklahoma City sitting at home doing nothing but making TikToks and doing whatever they do. So I think they'll get a game just because I think everybody gets a game. And the Thunder have shown us, I mean, last year, right, they seem to always give up that one game, kind of that game where they take off and they get blown out and they don't seem to mind, and then they blow the team out the next night. So I think LA gets one, probably like a home game, but it's not going to be pretty.
Chris?
I don't think they get one.
No. Me neither. I think this is a...
I think the Thunder are too annoying. They're too good.
They're too good.
Too fast.
It's a terrible matchup for the Lakers. Everything OKC does well, the Lakers don't do well. I think
the combined, they play each other 4 times in the regular season. I think the point differential was like 28 on average.
Yeah, it's bad.
It was never close. Those games were always on prime time too.
Yeah, and LeBron obviously had flashes in the Houston series of who he was, but the load that would be on his shoulders for OKC series is just going to be too much. The he's at the end of the career.
He's saying he's not going to be able to manage his load.
He's not going to be able to manage that load. That's for sure.
It's a big load.
It's a big load coming his way. Yeah. So he needs to. And if it doesn't look like Luka's coming back at all.
That was the thing, man.
Yeah, it was. It was supposed to be does Luka come back for this series, and
he should have talked to Ant. Like, get on the same.
Get that hyperbaric treatment.
Yeah.
Do the band work, like Ant was saying.
Didn't Luka wasn't there a report that he went to Germany or something to help get healing so he can come back quicker?
Yes.
It didn't go anywhere.
No. Well, that's why you don't buy German cars, right?
I guess.
Oh, they're pretty. You have a German car. You're used to. You used to.
I don't know what you're talking about. We don't have one.
American made.
Korean.
Nice. What is that? That is Korean?
Sounds right.
What was mine? Japanese? I don't know. Anyways.
Sure.
All right. So that series is probably not very exciting. We talked about all right. So Pistons, Cavs. Let's talk about them a little bit. Let's go there. The 2 teams that haven't played or that are playing tonight. I think the Pistons win the series. I think it's maybe in 6, something like that. But I think another close, tough battle season for them, Chris, or series for them. Chris, what do you think?
I think I like Pistons in 7.
Okay, another 7.
I think they're the stronger, better defensive team, but that second option's not there. The Cavs at least have a second option, even though they're not as physical of a team.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like this as a 7 game, and I like to say that because I remember it's so funny. Like, people always predict a series to go like 6 or 7 games, and then when that 6 or 7 game comes up, it's like, oh shit, I don't know if they're gonna win. It's like, well, you wanted them to. You thought they would win and then it did, and then they won.
You're like, I don't know about the Pistons in Game 7 right now. Like,
and it's like, well, we thought they would be like this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think if they. I don't know. I think a Game 7 is a little scarier there than it is in the one they just faced. So I think they needed. I think maybe they got the wake up call and they're gonna take care of business. Joey,
it's a tale of for both teams. Which side of the coin do you get on the offensive side? Right, they're not always consistently good offensive teams, especially from outside in terms of 3-pointers. So it could be an ugly series in terms of strong offensive play, but I think Detroit, like Chris said, the better defense and the more consistent, bunch. The Cavs are up and down all season, so I think Detroit gets it. I think they do it in 5.
Okay.
Wow.
Knicks Sixers. Oh, 5. I like that.
You got to ride with them. I've been riding with them all year.
5. All right, I like that. Knicks Sixers. I think that's going 5. I think Sixers will get a game, but I think they maybe shot their wad there against the Celtics. And
I agree with you. I don't want to harp too much on it. I think Knicks in 5.
Joey.
Knicks walk the dog here. Knicks in 4.
Oh, all right. Love it. And then finally we'll close out predictions. Spurs Wolves. Man. I'll take the Wolves in 7.
No Ant on one leg. No, I forget what I said.
Yeah.
Wolves in 5. Let's go.
Wolves in 5. All right, that's
it's
no
six.
Io,
it has
no
to be
Dante,
6.
Ant on one
It has to
leg.
be 6.
Jaden plays like shit. Wolves
Yeah.
in 5.
9 missed free throws. Dude, it was so stupid. Baskets thinks the series could end on Sunday. So
okay. That's good.
All right.
Slaughter rule.
I started kind of laughing. Like she's like, "Why are you laughing? Who knows?"
Met Baskets be awesome. Our biggest used to be fan.
Wow,
we should be that.
It's a story how you guys met on the podcast.
Wow.
They were commenting on our show.
Amazing.
And then we connected offline, and it's a great story.
I think the Wolves get this. I think if the Spurs had won game 1, I may be feeling the Spurs all the way through. I know, Chris, you said you think this was a big game for game 1 was huge for Minnesota. I think it was massive for San Antonio. I think this lets some doubt creep in, and it's going to put all the pressure on their young team, young coach to kind of have to realize what's going on. Minnesota's been there, done that. Minnesota wins this, I think, and give him 6. Wemby's going to have like one of those games where you're just like, fuck this guy. He kind of already did it, but he's going to put, the 5x5 together at some point, I feel like. So, give him 6.
Yeah, I felt like the same way. This game 1 was so important that to win this series, the Wolves getting that one was huge. So,
dude, Wemby went 0 of 8. He shot 8 threes.
Yeah.
There's no way he's taking more than 5 next game.
I wasted my energy blocking 12 shots.
There's another stat with Wemby. He'd only played 39 minutes, I think like 6 or 8 times all season. And now he's playing every other day.
Yeah.
And he might get tired out. I don't think he's going to last. I think he might get, I don't know.
Might not be ready for it. I like it.
Especially with Randall just pushing him around. Like,
how
are you 7'4", 230 pounds listed at? Like, that's
a lie. There's no way he weighs 230.
What do you think he is? Like 250, 260?
300? I think he's under that.
Oh, you think he's less?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. He was moving around like he's 180. Like he pushed around like he's 180. So
yeah.
I think that's what Joey's saying. All right, guys, let's update our bets.
Let's hear it, Chris.
Over-unders.
Oh,
right?
wins bet. Want to do wins bet?
Okay, yeah, wins bet and then over. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about wins. At the halfway point on February 19th, the wins bet, Chris was at 277, Joe was at 266, and Tyus was at 276. I should have gone in a different order there. Yeah. But
it's all good.
Anyways, after the midway point, we shifted, and then the difference, I got 142 more points. Joey got 132 more points. And then Tyus got another 137 more points.
Dang.
Wait, I'm saying points. It's number of wins.
Yeah.
Got
it. So I ended up with 419 wins.
Okay.
Joey 398, and then Tyus with 413.
So,
wow.
I am the champ. I'd like to thank the New Orleans Pelicans for never giving up and giving me like 4 or 5 extra wins there. That I think was really the difference. Then the Hawks. Hawks were nuts.
Hawks had a good back half, yeah.
Yep.
Shout out to the Warriors, Joey. That was your biggest
riser there.
Only loser there. Pistons was great though. Titus, you had the Spurs, Celtics, and Lakers, but then you also had the Mavericks, the Jazz, the Nets, the Bucks. So
couldn't overcome.
I am victorious. I don't remember who won this last year. Did I win this?
I think you won it last year too. I was terrible last year if I remember correctly.
Wow, 2-time champ.
Wow.
Wow, look at that. The game he created for himself. He magically
he's
wins.
winning.
Wow,
Guys, we should do this
weird.
thing where we pick teams and wins.
I think next year we should bet on it though. Like make some stakes. What do you guys think?
And then like at the midway point, we'll pick new teams, and then like there'll be a difference, but then you got to subtract, and then like,
So when I'm doing bad, we should completely shift all the teams and repick it. And it's classic Chris.
The gerrymandering is in.
Oh boy.
let me go over. I'll go over unders real quick.
Yeah.
In the East, I have 7. Titus has 6. Joey has 5. We were all a couple highlights. We all got the Hawks right.
Okay.
I thought 47. Titus thought 46. Joey thought 45. They ended up with 46.
Oh,
The line was 47.5.
Crushed it.
So that was like literally like within one win.
Yeah.
We all got it. We all got the Knicks over 52.5. I said 53. Titus 56. Joey 55. It was 53.
All right, nice.
So, spot on for me. Titus,
Chris,
you were spot on for
this
the
is just
Hawks.
Chris pats himself on the back segment.
Titus was spot on for the Hawks.
Okay, we missed that. Sorry, I talked over that. Sorry.
I did it the most right here in the East, but
you almost right.
we were all wrong about we love the Pacers.
Yeah, we're all wrong.
Bulls were under.
Locked.
Oh yeah, the count stopped.
You guys both were locked
season.
overs.
Wow, the optimism.
Joey had a locked over on the Pistons.
Crushed it.
Oh, actually, shoot, you had locked over, and I didn't account for that. There you go. All right, you got a bonus
point. Lock points.
We all went over on the Pacers, 37.5. They ended up with 19. Titus was a lock over.
Wow,
I was a lock under on the Bucks and the Sixers. One of them worked out.
One of them worked, one didn't.
Shout out to the Wizards for going under 18.5.
Oh,
we all went all saying like 20, 21, 20. Like, we weren't saying that high.
Yeah, we were just like,
you could do 20.
You can't possibly go under 18.5.
Yeah, no, but they found a way. All right, going west. The only one that we really were wrong about was we all went over locks on the Wolves. 49.5. They ended up with 49.
Oh, wow.
Tough.
We all went under on the Spurs.
Man,
I don't know what we were thinking there. And then we all went under on the Jazz with 20.5. They ended up with 22.
Come on,
so,
Jazz.
I think we didn't know if Wemby was even going to play. Wasn't he coming back from his blood clot or something?
That's right. That was the blood clot. We thought he would miss more time than he did.
Right. We had no idea because he missed like the last 5 weeks.
Or how much time he would miss all season. It was,
Joey said overlock on the Nuggets with 56. They had 54. Spread was 54.5. Sorry, Joe. I said overlock on the Warriors. I said 51. They had 37. 46.5. So dumb me. And then Titus said overlock on the Grizzlies. 42. They ended up with 25. So
wow,
the trifecta there with us.
How did that happen there?
Because you've loved the Grizzlies.
I remember that when that happened. I was like, why does he like the Grizzlies so much? Like the Grizzlies.
I don't know. I'm just blinded by the Grizzlies. That's over. That's done.
So what's the final tally here? Who
took it down?
I have 17. Joey has 14, and then Titus has 13. So,
wow,
Chris wins again.
Damn it! We shouldn't have asked him to do this. He completely forgot about it last week. He wasn't even going to do it, and then we reminded him.
I'm pretty sure in most years we've done this, Joey's won it. I'm pretty
I think I've won the over-unders. Yeah, that's usually
that's a Joey.
Yeah, you had 20 last year.
Man.
So this year was a tough year for us.
There's that Bulls faith. I do want to talk about that because there was two things from that. One, we were all excited. I remember when that line came out, we were like, this is ridiculous. How could it possibly be this low? So we all locked the over.
Yeah.
And then I do remember, not vividly, but I do remember obviously Joey doing his count in our group chat. But I remember it when I noticed he wasn't doing it.
Yep.
Because I had seen that they had won a game or something. And I was like, well, Joey's not counting anymore.
Yeah.
And it was this little, like a pour one out for
right.
Joey's count. Yeah. I don't even think I texted the group. I
started. I haven't done my 10 up, 10 down yet for the Bulls. I'm saving it for an episode where we need some content. But they started 5-0, and I was like, oh man,
this
is great. I started this count on game 1. Like,
Yeah.
even if they start sucking, like they're getting to this number, no problem.
Yeah.
And then after around February, after the trades, I was like,
Yeah. After the trades,
the win was gone.
The spirits were out of it.
I think I gave you like 1 or 2 games after the trade. I was like, they can't even mathematically get there anymore. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done counting. Because we were counting up to the over-under number or your number?
No, to his number.
I was counting to my 41, I believe.
41,
41 or 42. 42.
That's right.
Yeah, he won one over 500.
Yeah,
that's right.
I will say, Joey, you did go under lock on the Kings, so that's your call out by you. We were both over on the Kings, Guys and I.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some
what
things
we learned this year.
When you think about it now compared to October, it's like, what were we thinking?
What were you thinking? The
What's
Kings.
fun about it?
They have people. I mean, they have players.
They were good.
They were good.
It's a bonus. Spurs didn't play most of the year, so.
All right.
I mean, they have a great player.
Yeah, a great ish.
Zach LaVine.
Yeah, and DeMar DeRozan.
That's right.
Top 10 in scoring all time.
He's basically Jaylen Brown. So
yeah, the poor man's Jaylen Brown.
Kind of. Yeah, I don't know why we're laughing. That's
both going to the Hall.
Both Hall of Famers.
Both Hall of Famers.
Hey, Jaylen Brown's a champion, Finals MVP.
Dude, is DeMar DeRozan a Hall of Famer? He might be.
He might be.
Yeah, I think he is, man.
Just because the all-time stats are
top
there.
10 scoring, right? I mean, that's no joke.
It'd be weird to not have him there.
I mean,
don't go on Reddit and talk to Chris about it.
But
I think it's TikTok. I was having those fights.
Whatever.
So dumb. Just stop being drag people about NBA discourse. Like, let's just cheer. Oh, his over-unders. If you see his on-off stats, terrible. It's like
DeMar getting in the Hall of Fame doesn't discredit anybody else being in the Hall of Fame.
It dilutes it, Joey.
No, it doesn't. It does not in any way, shape, or form.
It dilutes it. If you go, oh well, if DeMar DeRozan can get
out of here, you old head, old ass.
Well, Jordan had to beat.
When I was,
I want to look at a side by side of DeRozan versus Damian Lillard. Who has the better career?
Ooh, interesting.
It's like conference finals appearances. I'm pretty sure DeRozan's got him beat there.
Wow.
And then points and total. All these totals are DeRozan leading. I feel like so.
We'll have to do that.
Let's carry on this conversation.
Yeah. All right.
Well, a good one.
I mean, is there anything else we got to update there?
Thanks for doing that,
power rankings.
Yeah,
I can provide an update on this real quick.
Oh yes.
All right. Thunder, Spurs, Wolves, Knicks, Pistons, and then we got Lakers, Cavs, Sixers.
Yeah.
Thunder, Spurs, Wolves, Knicks, Pistons. Yeah.
Lakers, Cavs.
I'm surprised you put the Spurs above the Wolves after losing game 1.
Head to head.
Yeah. Let's talk next week. Maybe I'll be a different
All right.
You guys would have maybe I should have gone over.
No, I'm with you. Actually, I appreciate the restraint. I feel like if they ever go down in the series, though, if there's ever a 2-1 situation or a 3-2 situation, I think then you can legitimately move the Wolves ahead of them.
Yeah,
in the power rankings, but they got to go down in the series.
And then I got it doesn't matter who I have. Celtics, it doesn't matter. The other 8 teams.
Oh yeah,
we'll look at that later.
Celtics would be up high on that, but first one
number 9. I put Nuggets. It doesn't matter.
Should have won their series. It's all right. All right. Well, that is it for us tonight. Follow us on social media at the Box Out Boys. Slide in those DMs. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review on YouTube and Spotify, TikTok. We very much appreciate that. So for me and the boys, until next time, guys, Box out.